Well, the European Super League is on the brink of collapse just 3 days after it was announced. Atletico Madrid, AC Milan and Juventus have followed 6 English clubs and withdrawn from the contest. Earlier, I spoke to Don Riddell from CNN Sport. Don Riddell, thanks for joining me. So it sounds like Super League is officially dead and buried.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's official just yet, but clearly it's not going anywhere, or at least it's not going anywhere right now. It has just been the most extraordinary 48 or 72 hours. It was Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening here in the United States when the story broke. And there's been talk about a breakaway Super League for years and years and years, but this was kind of the first time anybody had actually said it's happening. There were some really big names involved, as you would expect. There was widespread panic among the established leagues and in UEFA and, of course, with the Champions League. The outcry was absolutely profound. And I don't think anybody can quite believe that so quickly it's all over.
We saw an outpouring of anger from football fans. Was that what ultimately killed the Super League?
I mean, it wasn't just the fans. I mean, the fans were very vocal, but it was also pundits in the media, players, managers. I mean, the managers of these teams were really hung out to dry by their owners because they weren't consulted. The fans weren't consulted, yet the team managers had to come out in front of the media and try to explain it. And they couldn't. I mean, they all said, we're not fans of this either. We're not in favor of this. But it wasn't just those people. It was the established leagues. It was UEFA. It was FIFA, who were threatening to kick the teams out of the Champions League this season, for example. So you could have had a scenario where coming up this Friday, 3 of the 4 teams left in the Champions League would have been booted out. Governments like the UK government were also kind of looking at how can we prevent this and how can we stop this. But I think it was the outcry that really caused these teams to panic, especially the 6 Premier League teams. They were the first to fold on Tuesday night. And once they'd gone, this thing was unsustainable. But I don't think it means it's over for good. I just think it means it's over for now, because clearly these owners wanted to do this. They went about it in the wrong way, but clearly they think this is necessary.
Yeah, we've even seen some former Premier League players calling for club owners to sell their stake. Do you think that we will see some more high-profile heads roll?
Well, I mean, we've seen, for example, the Manchester United top dog, Ed Woodward, has announced his resignation. I think there are going to be calls for individuals to step down. I mean, I think some reputations have been very, very badly damaged by this. But you have to remember, these clubs, they're not owned by the fans. It would be a lot easier if they were owned by the fans, but they're not. And I'm not sure that anybody can actually force these ownership groups to sell or to walk away. It's been really interesting seeing certainly the reaction in England today. I think most of the club's owners have now apologized to the fans and admitted that they got it wrong. So clearly they recognize what a monumental miscalculation this was. And they're now in sort of damage control mode.